Breaking news that we're following out of Sacramento right now, where an explosion has been reported at a recycling center on 12th and North B Streets. These are live pictures on the right side of your screen there. You can see a white bus clearly on its side. We are getting new information every second here at KCRA 3. Let's show you a map of where this is happening. Again, this is North B Street and 12th Street. This is in downtown Sacramento, north of downtown Sacramento, and crews are on the scene right now. And with Sac City Fire, we have Roberto Padilla joining us on the phone. Roberto, what have you learned about what happened, and was it indeed a propane tank that exploded?
Hi, good morning, Lisa. Yeah, what we have right now is we're at the recycling. It appears that one of the buses was being recycled, and one of the tanks did suffer an explosion. We currently have evacuated the area just west of 12th and North B, and crews are currently assessing what's going to be needed to mitigate this. We do not feel that there's any immediate major threat, but the precautionary measures we're taking to evacuate.
Okay, so you don't think that there is any immediate threat. So they were recycling the bus, and then what do you think happened after that?
It does appear that there was some kind of rupture in one of the tanks. They're still trying to assess exactly what ruptured and how much product may still be contained within these tanks. It appears that it's one of the propane tanks that fuels these buses. There is no immediate, working fire at this time, but again, the crews on scene are assessing exactly how much product may be left and how we're going to deal with this.
All right, so again, you're also just getting new information as you are headed to the scene as well. A lot of people I know in the downtown area heard a loud explosion. And so, Roberto, the next step will be for you to make sure that how much propane is inside of there, just to make sure this doesn't happen again. Because usually you try to make sure all the propane is gone before they recycle buses and things like that, correct?
Well, our first concern right now is going to be life safety. We want to make sure that we're not going to have any subsequent explosions, and if there's any threat of any additional material that may, explode. But right now, for command on scene, they feel comfortable to make the call to evacuate. Precautionary, again, just to assess how much product may be left, and hitting sound, which indicates that there is product still left in the tanks. So the explosion is accurate. There was an explosion, but right now we're assessing how much product is left.
All right, Roberto Padilla from the Sacramento Fire Department, thank you for that new information. We appreciate it. So you said just precautionary evacuation as they are trying to figure out if there is any propane left in that bus. They don't want a subsequent explosion. If you are just tuning in and maybe you heard the explosion near downtown Sacramento, this is located at North B and 12th Streets, and that's where we have KCRA 3's May Fasai, who is also on scene right now. May?
Well, Lisa, what we can tell you, what we see right now are several police vehicles. Also, one fire engine remains on scene. Dos Rios at North B is blocked off right now, as we can see investigators, law enforcement on the scene, trying to figure out exactly what happened here. Standing outside, I can tell you I can smell smoke for sure in the area. What appears to have happened within the past hours, a small propane tank exploded here just north of downtown. Sac City Fire, again, on scene here, as well as Sac City Police, as a lot of people are standing around the street corners looking on to see what is possibly going on here. We are being told there is no immediate public threat at this time. It just was pretty startling. A lot of people heard this loud explosion. Again, fire department and police are on scene right now, trying to figure out exactly what happened. It appears there are no injuries to report at this time. Lisa,
all right, May Fasai, thank you very much. And as we learned from Sac City Fire, they believe that propane tank that was on that bus that you see on its side, that's where the explosion came from. We're going to continue to follow this. We'll have the very latest for you on the KCRA 3 News at noon, and always on the KCRA 3 mobile app and KCRA.com. Now back to regular programming.